not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Pew, pew. Oh. Pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, what's going on, Iron Man?
What's going on, Picard?
You know.
Nice.
What's going on, Captain Pew Pew?
Yeah.
You're still gonna adopt that name, Peter.
Pew, pew. Hey, if I ever fly jets, sure.
I have a question for you. It's a good one.
Coming in hot.
Hang on. Hold your horses, Iron Man. Jeez. Welcome in, everyone, to B Movies and Beyond. We got a great episode. It's episode 282.
Yep.
Boy.
I should have all the rest of them out by now. A little late on some of the recordings.
Are they just gonna get an explosion of B Movies and Beyond this week or next week?
Yeah, I think by the time who knows when this one will come out, because I'm having a hard time getting them on here. So, boys, the less we sidetrack, the better.
Indeed.
Okay, boys, like we're hockey fans. Come on, boys, let's go.
Aren't we though? Aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yes, we
Let's
are.
go, boys. Let's go, Abs.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
But it's me, Peter. It's Ryan there, and we got a special guest, Picard.
Brenden.
Brendo.
But did Picard?
Riker, technically. I mean,
Well,
if we're
Did they win?
splitting hairs over here.
Did they win in 16?
No, unfortunately, no, they didn't. That was
Make it so.
not our timeline.
Well, I guess Picard just ended up with his own series, and what's Riker doing?
He's in Picard. in the new one, yeah.
Weird.
Well,
He's in the series.
yes, he
I
is
thought you meant
actually.
he's in Picard. That's just odd.
Why not?
Gross.
I know both. Yeah. We got Captain Pew Pew over there and Captain Hard Deck. And what's your Top Gun name? Do you have one?
Oh,
That's
dude.
a quick question.
I think I've got to be number one.
Ah, that's a good one. Number one.
Just number one, huh?
Just number one. It's like, see, I was questioning Hangman's name for a while, but I was like, actually, that makes sense because he just kind of leaves him hanging.
Yeah, the reason behind it was awesome.
Peter's pew pew because he's a wingman, and whenever you tell him just pew pew, he goes pew 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 pew. And me, I'm the hard deck, just always a hard deck, just ready for that drink afterwards. Got the joke?
I get it.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome, Peter. I like your new podcast studio.
Thank you. I
This
really
is,
built it up.
This is a great background as well. We got a lot of cool toys back here. We can do a segment about the toys back here. However, my dumbass forgot a cable, so we're really close with each other.
Yeah, we're in the penalty box together today.
Come on, boys.
No freedom.
For an hour. Man, that's
Sure.
rough.
So you might get a little echo or you might get a little clarity, just depending on if I'm loud or not. So, Brendo, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here, guys.
Yeah, happy.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you know,
I gotta thank you though for the last time that you're on when I wasn't there. You really kept Ryan on track. Like, I don't know what would have happened if you weren't there. Like, that episode would have been all over the place.
Totally off the rails in Grandma's kitchen. It was, but no, that comes with knowing someone for 16 years.
yeah.
And what's funny is it's not as long as you, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
You
someone
just think
else
though.
What was that?
Yeah, you would just think though that the host, he would be better at staying on track. That was pretty amusing.
I don't think I've ever come in with that assumption with Ryan here. So.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you got to know a squirrel, and that's it. And
Squirrel. That's your Top Gun name, Squirrel.
That's way better.
Hey, where you at? Squirrel.
Yeah, Ryan's
damn it,
just flying
squirrel.
off somewhere. Like, he's not a hangman, not on purpose. He's just distracted.
Dude, check out this freaking canyon. Come over here. Come on, guy. We're in the middle of a dogfight. I don't care. Just go over here real quick. We'll get back to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to have you here. I'm ready. I'm ready to get into this, man. We're gonna have a great episode, a little bit different. Spoilers. We're gonna talk about some TV shows because that's what we're watching right now. I'm excited about that.
We're gonna.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Do it
pretty
live.
much. Came in and looked at notes like, oh shit, hey, what did everyone watch this week? Not movies.
Yeah,
At
but
least
you know, the line between movies and streaming content seems to be blurring, right? On the series versus limited series versus, I don't know. We're in a different world than.
I literally watch more hours of a TV series than I have a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're being really well made right now. Like, so, of
Production.
course.
And I
Like-
don't know if you guys heard this, but it's the Star Wars celebration, right? They were talking about, and I think they were talking to Deborah Chow about Obi-Wan, right? And she was saying that basically it was developed as a 6-hour long movie.
That's perfect.
And then they picked and chose how to split it up after the fact, but they shot it as basically one giant piece of work. And you know, that's that Disney money.
Yeah. And that's kind of how they've been doing all the Marvel shows too, right? I feel like they've been doing it pretty much the same way. Like they're keeping their how they film Marvel movies and just applying it to the shows. And you can see it. You absolutely do. But you know, with that being said, I don't know if I'd want to go to a movie theater and watch 6 hours of that. I need segments. But
3-4
I mean,
times.
here's a good. I mean, you talked about blurring the lines of like, you know, cinema and like TV. I mean, right now there's just an abundance of like really good TV shows out there. Like, would you dare say like maybe more than like good movies?
Didn't we address this last year where TV shows go through their cycles every like end of spring, early summer is just an abundance of amazing TV shows, and then it just peters off into crap, and then we get a bunch of awesome movies, and then it just cycles all the way through. Isn't this?
I mean, is that just the Emmys and the Oscars cycle?
It is, right? Don't they do this for TV
Well, you've got to.
series and movies? Like they
There's
have to
gotta be
release certain
gamesmanship.
stuff. Yeah, you
But-
know more about this gamesmanship, right?
Sure.
When you release things to try and make it try and put yourself in one cycle or the other of the Oscars or the Emmys. I don't know, but
Well, but it's also on top of that, you have the streaming services where they're just trying to release enough content through the year that they don't lose any subscribers, and if you know, hopefully gain more.
that's
I
true.
mean, like you have like for right now, like or let's just look at Netflix because that's the most I'm most familiar with that. You had like Ozark was released early this year, well, twice this year, and then from there you had a recent release of Stranger Things, and then even then there's a little bit. Has the second part come out? The last 2 episodes?
No, is it?
Okay.
No, they're doing halves on
I
this
haven't
one.
seen it,
I haven't
yeah.
seen it either.
No,
I
I
was
haven't
told-
watched. Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I hear it's amazing. We're
Except for the stupid haircuts on like 20-year-olds.
they're still playing. What are they supposed to be like 14 or something
They're
still?
supposed to be 8 and they're like 21. They're drinking on Offset.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, we realize you grew up. Like,
Yeah.
go with- anyway,
it's
sorry.
like Harry Potter.
So you have that, and then you have Resident Evil coming out soon. That series that's coming out like in July for Netflix. Like almost like every other month, there's like a new series that looks actually pretty cool on Netflix, or at least on something. And look at Disney Plus as well. They got tons of Marvel and Star Wars. Like at least almost every single week, there's something new, right?
Yeah, Peter. Sorry, I had a little mishap over here. My Bluetooth headphones decided to be a pain in my butt. Are you there?
Yes,
We're
I'm
back.
still here.
Yeah. That's weird because look, they're closed. Why are they?
Whatever you were saying, Peter, I'm sure it was eloquent and well put.
It was just more about streaming services.
Hey, I mean,
They're
it's
making
not-
some good content. That's my point. That's my gist about this.
I agree.
And if anything, I think it's good all around because it's going to elevate the movies. It's going to elevate TV. So keep it coming.
I'm all for good content in all platforms.
Spoiler alert. My
Absolutely.
recommendation is about streaming wars. So, hey,
Okay.
you know what we got though?
How? Why? I have so many questions!
Today's quick question is brought to you by Peter.
Well,
Is this your question? Or was this both our question from last week?
I think I brought it up last week. I'm pretty sure I didn't cut it from the episode. But we're talking about Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we brought up just like, did Top Gun Maverick have something like, because it waited so long to release a sequel, or to make a sequel, I should say? Like, was there something to that where like now this movie's like so huge due to that? And so I was asking the question, like, is there, what other movies would you want to see a sequel to that's never had a sequel? So this is like, here's the rules that you got to follow, is that at least 20 plus years old. Like Top Gun was like 30. So I went a little bit, 10 years, a little bit less. And then it also has no sequels to it. Top Gun never had a sequel to it. So is there any movies that you can think of that you like, oh man, I wish they made a sequel now? And would it hold up like Maverick?
Dude, I have the ultimate one. You ready?
Yeah.
Starring Paul Rudd in a wheelchair going down the cliff. Sponsored by McDonald's. Mac, me too.
Oh, wait. So, hey, this is what's the premise? Return to what?
Mac and Me Too, Return of the Mac. And for some reason, Paul Rudd is the kid who was in the wheelchair, but now he's in the wheelchair. And it starts off with him going off the cliff, and Mac flies back from his Big Mac spaceship and saves Paul Rudd, and then they have buddy cop adventures together. I just winged that one. But that sounds like anybody who loves Mac and Me or Conan O'Brien would love this movie.
Okay.
Do you remember Mac and Me?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you've never seen Mac and Me?
Oh man,
many years. I would.
You realize that's Jennifer Aniston's first movie ever?
I did not know that.
And that
dancing at McDonald's.
That movie was entirely produced and paid for by McDonald's.
I love it. Now I have to see it.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
We need a Brenden review versus the last person who reviewed it, because that person was blipped from our podcast. Can you remove that episode?
We don't do that. It's history.
I was hoping to say that I would, and then never actually do it. If we can do that, that would be awesome too.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just have like a.
We easily forget things.
Episode.
Again, squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. All right. So Mac and Me Too. Do you remember, Ryan? Did they go back to their planet?
I'm pretty sure they did.
So the idea is that somehow they get sucked up by a spacecraft again and come back to Earth.
Weren't they like vacuumed out of their spaceship or something? I gotta watch this movie again.
Yeah, they were like vacuumed up. Like they like a rover went to their planet and started sucking up shit, and they sucked up the aliens.
Sounds about right.
They're like McFlurries. I was trying to think of other things they can suck up.
The ice cream machine that never works at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
They get sucked back in, like, there's something stuck in there. The ice cream machine's not working.
Have you guys read like the total conspiracy theory about that?
Oh, there's a big one.
Yeah, that the ice cream machine company has some monopoly and some exclusive relationship and like special codes that only employees have to fix the machine.
It's so true, though.
It's a total racket.
There was a third-party Raspberry Pi company that like deciphered those codes so you could fix it. Rabbit hole.
Okay.
Okay. Squirrel.
Okay. So, Peter, do you want to go next? Do you want me to?
Yeah, I got one. So I was thinking long and hard about this this afternoon.
Like the hard deck.
Yeah. And I went through a couple different ones. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool. But then the one I settled on which I really think would be like I would love to see it, and they could do this straight up like right now, and it'd be awesome. Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. I want to see a sequel to that movie, another buddy cop team up, and just have some crazy action scenes. So that's what I want.
That's solid. I don't think Sly Stallone has enough buddy cop movies lately.
He doesn't, and he's taking himself out of Expendables 4.
Why? That's his movie.
I know. I think I don't know. He's old.
Yeah. Old plus.
Old plus. I'm not just old. I'm old plus.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So-
yeah.
Old
Arnold.
plus
I don't know.
abuse.
Have you guys? Do you remember Tango and Cash?
No, I remember Turner and Hooch.
They already made a sequel to that, or they made a series.
Yeah, didn't they kill Tom Hanks in the series?
I don't think so.
I think they killed him off. They're like, yeah, by the way, Turner's gone, but here's like Hooch's pups.
I'm not sure that's up.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. If you haven't seen Tango and Cash, I highly recommend it, and I think you'll agree with me that it needs a sequel. So that's my pick.
Yep.
Brenden, what do you got?
Oh, man, so I didn't have much to prepare.
That's a quick question for you, though.
Prepare, but I think I've got a good one though. So like, it's gonna be a little bit of a deep cut.
Okay.
More
But,
than Mac and me.
It's 2022,
Okay.
and we've seen a lot of really good technology coming in with the deep fakes.
Oh
Right.
my gosh, yes.
Okay, so like, honestly, Book of Boba Fett had its flaws. Luke Skywalker scenes, I don't think were one of them, and so I think it's finally time that we de-age and bring back Dick Van Dyke so we can do a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. So I need to know. Where is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang in 2022? Where is this Model A Ford? Why?
Wow.
It is time. It's time.
Dick
Van Dyke.
I don't.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever actually watched that movie.
Well,
Holy shit!
Like I said, it's a deep cut. And actually,
Yeah.
I went there because my pick that I normally would have gone to probably would have been Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but that was made in 2005, not compliant to the 20-year-old rule.
Yeah. It does not fit.
Almost.
Which I agree, though. That I would like to see a sequel to that. But
Think about that.
Chitty
Too.
Bang
That's
Bang.
5 sports
I just got.
Or
I mean,
too.
is it worth a watch?
This is B movies and beyond, Peter.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe I could bring my Fast and the Furious expertise back to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Dick Van Dyke.
So was that? The other one. When you said Dick Van Dyke, I was like, Dick Tracy would be an awesome.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of Dick Tracy content too.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
We can.
That's a good one, Ryan. I'm on board for that too.
You reviewed Dick Tracy lately, haven't you?
Lately? No, I don't think so.
It's been like 2-3 years.
Oh, if you call that lately, maybe.
Wasn't that long ago? 2008. That's fine.
So,
15 years ago, whatever.
I think what we learned though is that there's some good ass movies, probably excluding Mac and Me, that should get some sequels. They should get some love.
Tell me I'm right.
Okay. Let's move on.
Moving on.
All right. What do we got next? We got
Here are some exciting coming attractions from
B-movies and beyond.
Ooh, we got some good ones this week. Can I start?
Yeah.
It's gonna be out of order. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Did you guys watch that one?
Most of it.
How stupid is this idea? Beavis and Butthead travel through the universe and create their own Beavis and Butthead multiverse.
Well, I mean, we're talking about movies we want to see sequels to. I mean, I can honestly say I probably would like a sequel to this. And that trailer looked very similar to Do America, but just in space. So
Don't mess
I'm
with success.
in.
Yeah, don't mess with success.
Yeah,
Now, what I will say,
absolutely.
the meta level on this, though,
Uh-huh.
right? Marvel blew open the multiverse, right? Like, that was a big question? Was like, is society? I'm gonna say ready for that, but what I mean is, was society smart enough for that? And of like, can you get that there's like different cinematic universes that maybe could interconnect for a movie because that's fun and movies are fun, and like, can people get that? Marvel's now done it. They're
Yeah.
part of the collective consciousness. I don't know why everybody, like Warner Brothers, like Looney Tunes, DC Comics. Come on, everybody, in you go.
Chip and Dale.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Space Jam and
Dude, think
Chip and
about this.
Dale. Yeah, you just said Chip and Dale.
Yeah,
Like
Chip and Dale's
same
like
thing.
Disney's version of that versus, well, I guess Wreck-It Ralph would be one of the first ones on that one, like a multiverse. But Disney's been pretty good at this. This is Paramount's multiverse.
Exactly.
With now we get to potentially see Beavis and Butthead meet up with Hank Hill and his propane accessories, and potentially Idiocracy. So they might time travel to.
Office Space.
Is Idiocracy a Paramount property?
No, it's a Mike Judge property.
Okay.
Mike Judge did Beavis and Butthead. He did Idiocracy. He did Office Space, Silicon Valley. Like
Dude.
Beavis and Butthead can travel through the Mike Judge verse universe, and Beavis and Butthead are up. Do their Beavis and Butthead things, stupid things like stroke off rockets, like they did in the trailer. Like, okay, what's your thoughts, Peter?
I already told you I'm in. I think it's a great idea. Like that trailer. Again, the trailer seemed like it hit all the same beats the original film did, and so I'm 100% on board. I think it's a great thing to bring to Paramount Plus. Like I think it's right to go to there, probably not to a theater, because this is absolutely something that I would love just to sit down and watch. Like, crack open a beer, and man, me probably it'll take me a couple tries because I'll fall asleep, but it just seems like a perfect like late night movie.
You know who's going to be most excited about this besides us? Justin.
Oh yeah, Justin. Yeah, and this one caught me off guard though.
It came out of nowhere. Did you
Yeah.
expect Beavis and Butthead to have a revival?
No, I did not.
No, I thought it was a joke. I really thought it was a joke, and I clicked on it thinking this was a concept trailer or some shit. And nope, it's coming to Paramount Plus on June 23rd. So this month.
What's cool about Paramount Plus is they have South Park as a property, so we could see a little South Park in this.
Okay.
And if you guys
Potentially.
watch Chip and Dale, there's a little South Park in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Next trailer, what we have, I would like to talk about Prey. So last time Peter and I did the teaser for Prey, correct?
It may be a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't okay. Last night I showed you the teaser and we were like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It was short, but so the new one is an actual trailer and understanding of Native Americans battling Predator. My question is, does this take place in current time or like Native American time?
Oh, this is definitely back. This is prehistory Earth for sure.
Yeah.
Like this predates all of the existing Alien and Predator movies.
It's a prequel.
And this is when the Predators were coming and visiting Earth for sport.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's a good premise.
That's
Yeah,
what it was.
I like
And then
it.
the Native Americans fighting them before they had like guns and modern weaponry and technology. It was just the Native Americans fucking up the Predators old school.
That must be demeaning because if you think about it, the Native Americans just potentially destroyed these aliens that have lasers and rockets and flamethrowers. And
How do you know they destroyed them?
Yeah, I mean, they probably.
Oh, I guess.
Spoiler alert. A lot of them probably get killed.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's multiple Predator sequels.
I mean,
Good
in the
point.
trailer, you can't even see them fighting off a bear.
Yeah.
At first,
So,
I thought I was watching The Revenant, but
Now, I did
know.
hear that they're talking about that there's a lot of actual Native American folk who were cast for the movie, right?
Like a Apocalypto.
I guess. Yeah, I don't have the due diligence on that, but I'll trust your judgment. And but that there's going to be a cast where they have the whole thing dubbed in one of the native languages. I don't remember which
I
one.
believe yes, they have the option to select that as like a language to watch it in. So that's really cool. I like that they did that.
That's cool because now I can watch Predator and fall asleep to it because I don't understand the secondary language.
Yeah, because murdering folk isn't interesting enough unless you can hear it.
Understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
But if they got a bunch of things I don't understand, I don't want to be trying to be a little.
You mean languages you don't understand, Ryan? It's okay. It's all right. I mean, you don't understand Comanche.
I want to see primitive Native American like hunting traps. All of them, right? Give me that. That's how it's got to be, right? Like this, like the predators sneaking through and the Native Americans figuring out they're there and like setting up ambushes and traps for these guys. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm in.
Well, sorry.
No, I like it. I like it how you used it. I hate it with everything else sports related. Okay.
Oh.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Let's go on.
All right. Let's go. Black Adam. Okay. All right. I'd save this one for last because I think I'm going to be the most critical about this. It's The Rock, dude. Like, I don't think he's going to do, like, I'm going to watch this entire movie and I'm going to be like, oh, The Rock is wearing a costume. Awesome.
Isn't he always wearing costumes?
He's usually just wearing Speedos and, like, leather. What are those called?
Costumes.
Leotards, yeah.
Yeah, it's costumes.
That's
Which is that why you're upset because he's not wearing that and flying around?
I'm upset just because, like, when I see these, it's like what we were talking about last week. When I see Mission Impossible, it's just Tom Cruise. Like, I have to really get into it to believe that this guy is Ethan Hunt. When I watched Top Gun forever, I was like, I just feel like I'm watching Tom Cruise play Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
You know?
So, hey, stick with me here for a second. But this is how I feel about Black Adam right now. Okay. I'm actually legit hyped for this movie. I enjoy all superhero movies. But
he's watched Miss Marvel, by the way.
I have. One, I don't profess to have some deep domain, Black Adam knowledge here, but I thought he was a villain, right? He's like an anti-hero, right? But
Yes.
Haven't got that yet. I don't know if it's supposed to be a big spoiler, but I mean, like, he's supposed to be a bad guy. Like, show me some bad guy stuff. And then also, when we think about Black Adam, though, wasn't it announced like a long time ago that this movie was getting made? Like a long time ago. So
Like
it's not that
2-3
I'm not
years
hyped
ago,
for this
maybe?
movie, but it's like that. What's the gif of like the truck like heading towards the pole, and like it just keeps cutting between different views of the truck, like about to hit the post, and you keep thinking that it's like looping to the accident, and the accident doesn't happen. It just keeps looping, and it takes you like 2 loops of the gif to figure out that it's just looped of it just about to hit it. And then eventually, it wears off. That's where I'm at with Black Adam. Like, when it gets here, But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it has a date.
It's fallen out of my consciousness.
Yeah, I thought it got pushed back, to be honest. I'm kind of shocked that it's actually supposed to come out this year in October. So, but it looks like Shazam. And I mean, I really like Shazam. And now we're going to get like 2 Shazam movies this year. You're going to get Black Adam in October, and December, you're going to get another Shazam movie. Like,
There's Shazam 2.
Yeah.
Too Furious.
Two Shazam.
I wish that was the title, but like it's
Hobbs
weird. And Brenden, I'm with you. Like I thought he was supposed to be a bad guy, and that they're trying to like make it seem like, no, you have the decision to be like, kind of a hero or not. And you all know he's going to decide to be pretty much a hero, right? Like,
yeah, like give me that story. Like, show me in the preview, show me that he's an asshole, and then like give me the story of him coming back around to saving the world.
That's a good point, because they should make him like, they should do the trailer that he is an entire enemy, like he is a villain. Don't show me in the trailer that he may change his mind and become a good guy. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
almost feel like you have to do like a whole movie where like he is a bad guy and then have something later happen, or give little nuggets that maybe he has some good in him. But like you do kind of see in the trailer where he's blowing up aircrafts, he's killing people without regard. Like he doesn't understand. Like, I mean, I think there's a line where he's like, "I kill people," basically, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
superheroes
But I
don't
need
kill
to see.
people.
I need to see him like bitch smack Aquaman, just like whap, and you're like, oh, he's not. Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not one of the good guys.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
like and maybe that's the thing. I hope they do something where maybe he's not quite, the good guy. He's just like, for whatever reason, like there's someone that's worse than him, and he stops it because he doesn't like that, and that's the reason why. Like it would be kind of fun to see him bitch slap Aquaman, or Amber Heard. I don't know.
Honestly, it could be a really great character for the DC universe because he could basically be like the DC's Doom, right? I mean, there are plenty of times where Dr. Doom falls down on the right side of things because he's like, hey, listen, if like reality's ruined or whatever, like,
Because it benefits him.
I got nothing to rule, right? So
Yeah.
like when it comes down to brass tacks, sometimes Doom comes to the table with solutions. And I see Black Adam with that kind of role to play if they do it
Yeah,
right.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
because
that.
they don't have like a definite Superman right now anymore, or they don't have like a definite Justice League. Like they're in limbo with their Justice League. He could play that role of anti-hero / villain / how does it benefit me, and he can fourth wall that with the entire DC universe, and then befriend Peacemaker, and Eagly.
Do you really think though? Like, I don't know if The Rock's like that type of person. Like, I feel like he has to be a good guy. Like, I think he likes the idea that like, oh, you gotta choose between right and wrong. But he just always plays the character where he does the right thing. Like,
Yeah,
so
I don't disagree at all, Peter. I think it's an excellent point on that. Like it's put up or shut up for The Rock, right? Like everybody says you just the same character in every movie. You're playing a bad guy. If it turns out this bad guy is a good guy, that's on you.
he just he did it with Hobbs. Like Hobbs was supposed to be a bad guy, and he made him a good guy.
Yeah. Same,
yeah.
but different.
So I mean, I think we already kind of know what's gonna happen. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm with both of you. I'll see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be there in the local IMAX theater with all y'all. But
I still haven't seen Top Gun in IMAX. Have you, Peter? Oh, you only saw it once.
Dude, that's the way to see Top Gun, bro.
Maybe we end this real quick and I go see Top Gun.
I sat close enough to the screen. I was fine. I was fine. Let's get into other news.
Indeed.
I forgot my charger.
News. Oh, is that the news for today?
I forgot my charger. Actually, news is real quick. This isn't on the agenda, but sources confirm that calling Karens is now outdated. You call them Amber Heards now.
I'll let you take
I
that
like
one.
it. I like it. I hope I start seeing that on YouTube. Oh, look at this Amber Heard and her like.
Look at this Amber over here. She's such a turd.
That's great.
Sorry, that just came out of my mouth or my ass, whatever. Anyway, we got some good news going on. Apparently, Jurassic World Dominion first reactions involve dinosaur disappointment and Razzie. So the word on the street is Jurassic World Dominion kind of sucks.
So spoiler alert, everyone, though. All the Jurassic Parks movies are kind of suck. So like,
What?
I mean,
You take that back.
There it is.
I mean, let's be fair here. There have been some issues. I enjoy them, but you're here for the dinosaurs. Like, shut up.
Are you saying the Jurassic World suck or the Jurassic Parks suck?
Oh, that's fair. The original one is an excellent movie.
Because this isn't technically news, but I did put in a follow-up article. Every Jurassic Park movie ranked from worst to best via Slash Film. And well, before I get into this, Peter, what are your thoughts on the initial reports of Jurassic Dominion or Jurassic World Dominion sucking it up?
It makes me really sad, to be honest, because I hated Fallen Kingdom. And so the idea that Dominion is going to be worse than that really sucks. So we'll have to see. I'll give my input, but right now I'm very disappointed.
I'm battling off a giant dog dinosaur over here. You should see Bullet just stretching out, just ready to.
He's not right.
Attack. I don't know.
You know, this is kind of a again, zoom out a little bit question for you. Do you feel like they rush these movies out?
Yes.
Right. And like, I don't know, to me, Jurassic Park is a very valuable and like long-term kind of piece of intellectual property at this point, right? Like you could potentially make all kinds of different Jurassic Park movies if you wanted to in the future. Like, do you need to like rush them out like Fast and Furious style, or do you like, would it be better if they took their time and waited for the right script, or then do you end up in Avatar?
Oh, Avatar.
So it's like, how long is too long? How short is too short?
Well, they waited almost 20 years for the first one.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then
here,
three of them.
It's like you have this great property. Like this is the one you greenlit. Like, come on.
well, I mean, I haven't seen the new one, so I don't really know. Based off the trailer alone, like to me, it looks really cool. Fallen Kingdom is probably my least favorite. I just thought that really kind of sucked. Like the initial premise that it was just like, oh, the island's kind of exploding, we need to get them off. Like I was okay with that, and that seemed interesting. But then how it ended, I was totally just like, this sucks. But I liked how it ended. We're like, all right, the dinosaurs are finally, a part of our world.
Yeah, everywhere, right?
Yeah, and that's the exciting part that it looks really cool for Dominion. But then at the same time, I guess I don't really know how you follow that up and actually how do you make a whole complete movie with that? It's not like they're going to put all those dinosaurs back on another island, At least I don't think they're going to do that, but the idea that they're bringing back all the old cast from Jurassic Park with the new cast from Jurassic World, like I like that. So, I hope this is more like a fan service where the fans are going to love it. And it's more just the critics just being really nitpicking about it. But I mean, I think you can see where my tastes lie, where, if we go through this and actually rate each one of the Jurassic Park films, for the most part, I really like them. They're just stupid fun. And that's what I want from a dinosaur movie.
Yep.
I'm just surprised it took 6 movies for them to actually portray a raptor properly with feathers. That's just
Who
my
cares?
No, I care, Peter.
Ryan, the paleontologist.
Yeah.
My favorite is
always coming with new. It's because they look more like Sonic, kind of.
They're getting close to Sonic. They're red instead of blue, so they're almost like Knuckles. But
oh yeah, closer to Knuckles.
Hey, Peter, you know dinosaurs have feathers?
Yeah.
They're almost birds.
I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah, they're almost birds. Other news. I'm gonna start with this one. Blade.
Oh, wait, real fast. Just what is everyone's favorite Jurassic franchise movie? Is it the first one?
It's the first one.
Yeah, I'm pretty solid in the first movie as well.
Dude, that was a damn near perfect movie in 1993.
Dude,
Like,
It
I
has
didn't even know
its mistakes.
it had CGI, dude. Had what?
It had some mistakes, but it's so
Well,
good that
name what?
it doesn't matter. Well, just
It
more
was
like
it was by far the best dinosaur movie that we had ever had.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, like, no contest. And it like
Their
it was-
blend of puppetry
and it's held up is the other thing, right?
Yeah, like it's 2022, and like the special effects in that movie are still phenomenal in comparison to like 1999 Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Like,
I agree.
Come on.
Where do you put Jurassic World, the new franchise? Where do you put that in for the whole franchise? Just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna agree with Slash Film on here, and I'm gonna put it at number 3.
So okay.
So like
Slash
in order,
Film-
Slash Film basically said number 6 is Jurassic World Dominion, 5 is Fallen Kingdom, then Jurassic Park 3, then Jurassic World, then The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and then Jurassic Park in order.
Yeah, I hadn't seen this list, but I think generally my mind would follow along the same lines. I like Lost World, but
Never
not as
saw the
much as
third one.
wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I could be convinced that Jurassic World had a role to play after that, because I don't even remember the third one. I don't remember the plot.
I don't even remember the third one.
Most
I thought
people
it was
don't.
Godzilla.
Yeah, most people don't like the third one, but I think it actually is really good. But I think I'd probably go Jurassic Park, then Jurassic World, just because of the fact that it revived the franchise and it brought back that excitement that the first one had. Not to say that, I mean, I love The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and I also rewatching the third one, like I said, it's still good. So I'd probably put it in that order. Fallen Kingdom is still going to be my last one, unless somehow Dominion just really screws it up. So I don't know where Dominion's going to go yet.
Why you pulling me? I'm right.
Yeah, I'm
That was
fucking right.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right, move on, Ryan. Go.
I'm going out of order. Blade has a reboot in filming start date with a potential 2023 Halloween release. So they're going to begin production on July 4th. So Blade, it's been 20 years since Blade 3. Blade 3 came out in 2004.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was 2004. That's so in 2024, they're a year early. Dang.
Yeah, they were trying to go that 20-year thing.
Yeah. I'm cool with that. I think Blade, and I think it's finally going to allow Disney to bring us more rated R content and ease us into
the movie or is it a series?
It's a movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I've always heard it as a movie.
All right, cool.
It says reboot, so I don't know. I mean, I guess they could change it whenever they want, but I'm gonna go with a movie. Speaking of movies coming out, there's a photo of it's kind of eerie. It looked like me with a gray beard and less hair and smoking a cigarette, reading a Joker script. That was weird. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah. Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix are reviewing a Joker 2 sequel. Ow. How do you have static?
Carpet. Do you think that movie needed a sequel?
No.
I kind of agree.
Do you think it needs a sequel, Peter?
No, but I'd go see it again. I mean,
my question is, who's Batman?
Leave it up for debate.
Who would be a good? I mean,
Michael Keaton.
Like I feel like there's oh man, how they ended that movie, they can go some interesting routes with it, you know.
Oh, for
you could stay with where they ended it, really, you know, and being very confused, or you kind of go back a few minutes where it's all anarchy and start there, and you know, go off of what happens with the city with that, you know, like I don't know, like I think there's a lot more to this, and with Todd Phillips and who's the other writers? Steve Scott something. I don't know. I think they can do it. Not think it can match the first one though.
Yeah, I think they'll lose some steam unless they bring like The Rock in it or something.
Well,
Black Adam.
Scott Silver.
coming in hot.
Yeah.
You know, I think that there's some interesting things they could do though. Like they could take it such that it is the Joker himself an unreliable narrator, right? And in the next movie of that, like how things ended in the last movie, was that all real, or was there some of it that wasn't exactly how it went down, or his perception of it, or those kinds of things? And then, you know, does he end up in a mental hospital, which is actually like a decent dovetail into like if they were to do a real Harley Quinn origin story, or
okay,
you know, where he met some of the other, you know, again, the Riddler. There's all of these other characters that they can spin him into without having to cross the path of Batman for some period of time.
You know, it'd be a really cool twist is Pattinson's Batman. It's been unveiled kind of that Barry, what's his last name?
Allen.
Barry Allen. No, the guy from the Eternals is a Joker-esque character. If they were to tie this together, if Joaquin Phoenix's Joker created this like band of Jokers where Batman had to fight off like this whole like different types of Jokers to eventually get to who this Joker is, that would be an interesting way to tie it together, because it would allow Pattinson to get a little bit older, become more refined as Batman, plow through a couple weird Riddler Joker kind of characters, and then eventually meet his arch nemesis, Jack Napier.
Why? I hate it, Ryan. Don't do it. Warner Bros. Don't listen to Ryan. I'm gonna say sorry, Ryan. That's dumb. I'm just saying, like, why do you have to connect it? Why do you want to make this like multiverse thing? Just let it be its own thing. Like, I'm with Brenden. Like, go the route of it's mental illness. Like, what?
Who says it's a multiverse?
This Batman, you want various Jokers and interacting with everyone, and they gotta tie together. Like, no, just let it be its own entity. Like, it doesn't have to connect. Don't make everything connect, Ryan.
No, I think it should connect. Why am I getting a weird standalone Joker without no Batman? I don't care.
Because to me, the Joker is really about mental illness. It's not so much about the origin story of the Joker, in my opinion. And so the idea of like having another
origin story of the Joker, though,
dude. No, you know what, Ryan? I'm gonna appease you, and Peter, maybe you as well.
Okay.
You want a mainline cameo tie-in? Give me that next Henry Cavill Superman movie
with the Joker.
Joker, bro. It's a Gotham level threat, but like, I don't know. Mix it up. Be creative.
So Henry Cavill's Batman? Just joking.
Again, you don't.
The Joker plays mind games, my friend.
Okay, so Peter's on the fence of it being its own standalone, doing its own DC thing.
No, I'm not on the fence. I am clearly on the one side of the fence that I want it to be a standalone.
I am Tim, and you are the neighbor.
Like, what if this is the Joker that kidnaps and kills Lois Lane?
Oh, see, that's the thing about the Joker. He's done so much wild shit,
and causes the dark timeline of the Snyderverse. This is that Joker, then not the Jared Leto Joker who ended up in the post-credits scene.
Okay,
I don't know. There's things. There's options that aren't just
Peter
Batman.
Again, I don't need it connected. Don't connect it.
Here's the thing, though: is the first Joker has Batman in it? He's just a child.
So what? But it's not Robert Pattinson.
So who do you want Batman?
De-aged Robert Pattinson.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want Batman in the sequel.
Who's his villain in this movie then? This is why I'm mad there's a sequel. Like, what the hell are they going to do with this?
Again, you're not opening your mind. Like, Brenden already said what it could be with the whole fucking mental like side of it going to a insane asylum, dude. Like, there's so much shit they can do with it. But you're just so stuck on like, who's he gonna fight? Who's he gonna fight?
That's the point of the Joker. The Joker
When's
is
the Rock get here?
he's a catalyst for a hero.
Who was the bad guy in the Joker? He's
Robert
the
De
bad
Niro?
guy. Jeez.
Robert De Niro and his weird neighbor that was in Deadpool. I guess he was a bad guy, but I mean, you can't do that for multiple movies. Like, look at
Why not?
Todd Phillips' other movie, Anchorman and Anchorman 2. Anchorman 2 was the same thing, and it was terrible.
Yeah, but so you're saying, oh, they have to introduce a good guy for him to fight to make it entertaining?
They should have him fight Black Adam.
Dude, there's a reason why the Joker is like the highest grossing R-rated movie and the highest grossing like DC movie, man. Like it's because they did something different. They made something very interesting for masses, not just the DC universe. Like I think they can do it again. I think I don't think it's gonna be exactly like how it was before. It's not gonna be as good, but there's things that you can do to make it more about, you know, the mental issues that can be very captivating. So I don't need Batman. That's all I'm saying.
How many bad Joaquin Phoenix movies are there?
0.
Yeah, actually,
That's what I was just kind of trying. I was brainstorming quickly. Got nothing. So
even though Walk the Line was a good one.
Let's trust the man.
Yeah. All right. He is very handsome.
All right. What are we moving on to now?
Do we have more news? No.
Nope. Just nope.
Nope, we don't. What we got here is the best part ever of this show, and it is on Bank One, and I just gotta do this. It's part of the show where we dance. We just kind of just jive it out. Get our frustrations
great.
out of
I gotta calm down about this Joker talk.
and while coming down, you gotta listen to us. B Movies Beyond. And you gotta follow us on Twitter, B Movies and Beyond. Instagram, B Movies Beyond. Facebook, everything links there. And then you buy shit for like Peter's shirt, which is awesome. And then we got merch. Follow us on social medias. Follow us on listen to us most importantly. And help us develop this channel so we can do this like every other day and live record and yell at each other quite often because that's what we need to do. We need to have full segments of yelling about Joaquin Phoenix.
We just did.
Yeah.
We just did.
It's just like elongated. And The Rock, like. So yeah, that's what we want to do is keep on supporting us and give us some monies and you know, we need beers and all kinds of good stuff. And Peter needs decorations on his podcast wall, so hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the bell. Tap that bell. What else? How do you subscribe? How do you like us, Brenden?
I call my friend Ryan Romero and I go, "Yep, is the new episode drop yet?"
Yeah, do that. If you have my number, call me and be like, "Yo, it's that episode dropped," and then I send you weird YouTube videos.
He sends me thumbs down whenever Peter gets around to it.
Yeah, Ryan doesn't know when it drops.
Yes, I do. I get notifications. I hit that bell.
Back to
Way to go,
unreliable.
Ryan. Way to go.
I hit that bell on like 3 of my YouTube channels, and like I respond to my own Twitter comments. Come on.
You do.
Absolutely do, dude. I have like 4 Twitter accounts, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Jason movie's awesome, and then Ryan's account like, dude, Jason 4 is awesome, and then B movie's like, no, I remember like 3's awesome. Do that kind of stuff.
You should be your own fan. It's very important. If you're not your own fan, I mean, it's not worth listening to, right?
That's true.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, this episode we're gonna do something different. We usually review movies, but this time this is a TV episode. We're going to predicate this with what's currently on, what we're watching, and I think we're gonna kind of expand on this for the next couple weeks or so because it's gonna be about a month and a half before all these series catch up. But what we're into, and basically this is our reviews on current TV series.
TV reviews.
TV reviews. Guys, we've been watching a lot of TV, and like, we're not like texting each other and be like, "Hey, dude, did you see that movie?" Because usually when I text you guys and I'm like, "Hey, guys, have you seen Chip and Dale?" I get crickets.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's on me. I've heard it's good.
That's also on Peter because I'm supposed to watch that.
I watched some of it, Ryan, and I fell asleep. So
Hey, that's enough.
I know,
Did you get
that's
to Ugly
something.
Sonic?
I did. That was
All
pretty
right.
funny.
All I wanted to talk about was Ugly Sonic, and he's one of the best characters in modern media. Like, he needs his own video game.
Dude, that's where first time the internet bullied a major production studio into a fairly major change.
And he says that he literally breaks the
Oh, does
fourth
he?
wall, and then he's like, "Yeah." And then, oh my gosh! I mean, if before I leave today, I just got to show you his scenes. Like, that's what matters. He's.
I will do it.
But
They're
let's
fun.
let's bully the internet into making an Ugly Sonic FBI sitcom video game where he's slow and ugly, and they have a lot of teeth close-ups.
Only after I get my fucking Chitty Chitty Bang Bang reboot.
Who knows? I might be in Roger Rabbit. I don't know. But this time we're doing TV shows, and we've highly recommended current TV shows. But let's do a little reviews and beginning recaps on what's going on. Spoiler free.
I'm staying spoiler free.
All right, let's go. Who's first? Let's go.
All right, well, fine. I'll go.
All right.
I've been watching. I am, well, out of all the series we're going to talk about, I am caught up on most of them except for yours, Brenden. I not yet, which I'm very curious to find out if it's good or not. But I've been watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. I guess the fourth episode just dropped today, which I have not watched the fourth episode, but 1 through 3.
Excellent.
Is it excellent? Yeah. Well, 1 through 3, man, like I've loved every single one. And I love the direction they're going. Ewan McGregor is a fantastic Obi-Wan. He is making the show. I think I talked about this on the last episode when I was recommending this. That it was just great. And the fact that they brought back Darth Vader. Well, I guess it's not really brought back, but he's in it. Like,
Do you think it's Hayden Christensen in the suit? It's got to be.
dude, I know that was one of his like things about Revenge of the Sith is that he like requested. He said like, I will not do this unless I'm in the Darth Vader suit.
Yep.
But like, dude, Darth Vader's like big. He's not very big. So if it is him in there, it's like him like on like stilts and like this big old puffy suit. So I don't know. But like, I mean, it just, I think it hits on.
James Earl Jones' voice so far. That's not too much of a spoiler. It's James Earl Jones' voice.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, dude, it's everything from the original one that you loved about Darth Vader is in this. Like, he's a badass. Like,
And this dude is killing folk again.
exactly. It's
like this is Rogue One Darth Vader. He is here.
exactly where I was gonna go.
Handling his business.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Rogue One where he just comes out like he's making like he shows up in the third episode and it's fucking awesome. But I also the other like Sith lords are pretty cool too. Like I like them. Like I like their dynamics. I like how with the third sister, I like kind of this story arc with her alone. She really stands out from the rest of them though.
Is this the actress who got a lot of criticism for being on the show? And all the other actors had to be like, hey, you need to support her.
Yes. Which I mean, if we want to get into this, I mean, again,
we got to stay spoiler free. We can get into this when Kenobi's over. I think we got to tread carefully on how much we talk about.
Well, I don't think this is the fans, the backlash from the fans. Like they're
100%. I just want to be careful. I'm just keeping us honest.
I know. My question to you, Brendan, like, what do you think? What franchise has the worst fans?
Oh,
Ooh,
that's a good question.
Oh, what franchise?
All right, time's up. I'll tell you right now.
You're right.
It's the one we're talking about. It's Star Wars, man. Like,
I was trying to come up with another answer, but I don't know if I have a better one.
What has the worst fan base, and why is it Star Wars? Right, Peter?
I mean, you're seeing it right now. Like, there's all this shit, dude. Like, I've seen all this shit about the backlash with the girl that plays the third sister, the fact that fucking the Harry Potter guy is not the main like Sith Lord guy. Like there's all like Star Wars fans are very mean.
I think that's a fair point, and that even like there's been some interviews that have been pretty good, honestly, with Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, where they're like, it's not a secret that like the movies we were in were not very well received. Like,
yeah,
we got a lot of shit for these movies, and we worked really hard on them, and then we were like, fuck all y'all guys, like we're out of here, like. And now that they're being kind of reappreciated by, we didn't realize this younger generation that really did appreciate all the work that we had done. No, they come out and make Obi-Wan, and it's like, oh no, these people are still garbage. Like I'm, you know what?
Oh man, but I'm telling you, it's not garbage. Like I think how they executed this series so far has been great. My only thing is the child actors, and I feel like they've gotten better as the episodes go, progress. That first episode was a little rough with the child actors.
Did they take the Jake Lloyd child acting school prior or afterwards?
Yeah, I think he came there and like, this is how I did it, and everyone loved it.
Work for Jake Lloyd, Brendan, huh?
Don't care.
You're not apologetic.
No, I'm just being.
We have a GoFundMe for his
facetious
career revival.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah. I like so far Obi-Wan's arc. I like the direction. Like it's something. I don't know how much I should get into it, but
I think we could say this, Peter. That back to what you were saying on Ewan McGregor's acting, right? There are times where he says nothing, that you can just like feel Obi-Wan's like panic and trauma and like PTSD from all of this fallout from Order 66 and all this other stuff, right? And like, is there campy dialogue? Maybe it's kind of Star Wars, but like I think that you really feel it when you know the story and watch Ewan McGregor carrying it through so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess maybe for this review, like this is Obi-Wan takes place between what is it, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. It's before New Hope, before Rogue One, for that matter.
The best Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah, and it's just something totally new. And here's the other thing too. And I'll say this about all the Star Wars series that I've seen so far, even Boba Fett. I like that they're adding more and more to the universe. Some of it at times feels a little bit weird, but like the planet they're on, like in the second episode of Obi-Wan, like I love the vibe of it. Like Star Wars is so vast, and that's what makes it so great, is that there's so much. It can go to so many different places. They really created a fantastic universe. And so far, the story for Obi-Wan is just spot on. So I highly recommend it. So I don't know. Any guys have anything else to say about that?
No, I agree. Spread the love. Like, let's see more, what is it? Grow the pie, right? Like more Star Wars content. It doesn't all have to be the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, and I just want to see more Mandalorians. Why are there none?
That's why The Mandalorian was so great. It's like the whole first season was completely unrelated to anything we'd seen.
Perfect.
It was great.
Yeah. And Obi-Wan, like, You see little hints here and there, but he's like, no, I'm not part of that. This is a guy from Silicon Valley. He's a crook.
Oh, that was hilarious. I love that part. And that's the other thing. They're not, I thought some of that stuff would take me out of it, but there's like,
They reel you right back in with it.
people are making cameos and it's not over the top, in my opinion. Like, it fills in line, and I just feel the love for the universe. So,
And Ryan, I don't know if you mind if I jump the line, but I think that's a nice transition, Peter, into a series that I want to review for
all
everyone.
right.
Okay.
Which is Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which I am now 5 episodes into on Paramount Plus. And for anyone who's familiar with Star Trek, this is the Enterprise being captained by Captain Pike, so predating the Kirk days on the Enterprise.
Is he the same Pike that was in the TV or in the movie series?
He was. So this is Captain Pike, but earlier than we've seen Pike in most Star Wars content to date.
Pike, who's the actor of Pike?
There's been a couple over the years. So there was actually we met Captain Pike all the way back in Next Generation.
Okay.
On the Enterprise D, when he was in his like floaty wheelchair and he was all wrinkly, and he took some youth serum, which caused him to be like young and sprightly again, and his old wife was devastated. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there.
Squirrel.
Anyways, in case you don't notice, I know a lot about Star Trek lore.
The guy wearing a Picard Riker shirt.
Anyways,
You can look
the
back
point
here. Here's a USS
and
Enterprise.
what my transition was there, Peter, was that what I feel like is this feels like the most authentic Star Trek in quite some time.
Okay.
Because if you think about this generation of Enterprise is supposed to be pre-Kirk, right? I mean, it was kind of, again, special effects were different back then. The design of the Enterprise itself was less technologically advanced because they didn't have as much money to build models, right? Like, so how do you take that generation of Enterprise and make it effective in kind of the modern era? I think they've done a really good job of that. And then there's some critics, right, saying that, oh, like Star Trek is too woke, and all I can say to anybody who says that about Strange New Worlds is that, like, have you watched literally any other Star Trek content like ever?
Dude,
like,
Star Trek's always been
like since
Yeah.
the 90s, it's been like awkwardly woke, and like it's like it aired before Reading Rainbow, bro. Like you're like, I mean,
Well,
it's part of the-
90s. I mean, when it first came out, I mean, they had the black person on the bridge. Like, there was all kinds of stuff they did that no one was doing.
Kiss. Yeah, the first iteration
Yeah.
of Kiss on Television was in Star Trek, and
Yeah.
so now she was being mind controlled by an alien, so they were able to explain that away. But hey, we got there, and
progression.
We'll take it where we can get it, guys. But my point is just the production quality is very good. The writing is actually very good, but feels authentically Star Trek. Whereas that was kind of maybe some of my complaints about the movies. The new generation of movies was just, they were exciting, but they felt like an action movie. They didn't feel like Star Trek to me, right? This feels like Star Trek to me in a way that I haven't felt since the DS9 and Voyager days, kind of, right? And,
Why you calling me? I'm right.
So, is this the Strange New Worlds? Is this kind of like the beginning of like they're setting out to find strange new worlds?
yeah, this is like the start of the 5-year mission, right? And
Okay.
so and again, so if for anyone a Trek person, this is after Discovery, right? So like Spock's sister has fucked off into the future. Spoiler alert. And so now this has left the Enterprise. Leaderless Pike has stepped back into place to lead the Enterprise, and they are doing the 5-year mission that Kirk and team take over after Pike moves up to Admiral, basically.
Wait,
so
are they
predates Kirk?
Basically rebooting Star Trek with prequels?
No, they're just better at picking and choosing different points along the timeline to tell different stories.
That's smart. That's smart.
Right.
Paramount, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a continuation from Discovery.
Yes.
But
there's actually
okay.
a spin-off of Discovery. So again, for anybody who watched Discovery, and I'm drawing a blank now all of a sudden when I'm put on the spot, but the actor who plays Captain Pike played Captain Pike in Discovery.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's kind of like how there was Next Gen and Deep Space Nine.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had Worf and other cameos from Next Generation in DS9, and then also in Voyager.
So
yeah,
they're
same.
There. Okay. So if I'm getting this right, we got Star Trek, then Star Trek movies, then Next Gen, then the UPN saga, then break, then new movies, and then went back to prior to all the original Star
Correct.
Trek. So
yeah.
we're
So
kind of-
when you think about the actual timeline, and this is a quick lesson, and then we'll move on.
that's smart.
When you think
Like,
about
they
real
did that better
world
than Star
timelines,
Wars, yeah.
right? So if you think we start with William Shatner and Patrick Stewart
Right.
showing up in early 90s America and kidnapping some humpback whales as a part of one of the Star Trek movies. So that happened. Then we move forward a little bit and we have Enterprise.
That happened.
We have Enterprise, right? That was the first Enterprise. Then you've Discovery, then Strange New Worlds, then original series, then Next Generation, DS9, Voyager, and then the fourth season of Voyager. I mean, the fourth season of Discovery. In terms of timeline order, the movies, the new Star Trek movies, technically reboots. Like, don't canonically follow the timeline.
Well, it's a different timeline, right? That's the whole idea, is that it got changed.
That's true. Yeah.
And Star Trek has had a little bit more liberal view with how strict to be with timeline logic over the course of the series. So sometimes you can be like, oh, you can go back in time and change time, and it fixes this timeline. And sometimes you go back in time and change things, and it creates a branch timeline.
Oh, you're
Just
making,
whatever's convenient to the story at the time.
you're making Peter twitch.
I was just about to ask you, is how many times have they time traveled or has some type of time thing? Like, it's a lot. Like, almost like every other movie is about time travel.
Oh
True,
yeah,
true.
yeah, and there's a few different places where they do the logic in a couple different ways. It's based on who was writing the episode, but
yeah,
generally Star Trek believes that you are able to change the past.
Yeah.
But
So
in short,
nice. Do you? So this show, I mean, are you just saying it's for the Star Wars fans? I mean, is it worth getting Paramount Plus, or like if you're not the Star Trek fanatics? Did I say Star Wars before? If I did, I apologize. Yeah. Like for the average viewer, like, do you think it's worth a watch?
No. But what I think is that was your question on should you get Paramount Plus for it, and I kind of don't think that you should. But what I would say is if you're enough of a sci-fi person where you like that type of content and you want to watch Picard and you want to watch Halo, and you want to watch some Strange New Worlds, I think that's a critical mass of content that you might want to make the leap. I would not. I would wait for it to be available somewhere else.
Wow.
So it comes to Netflix.
I mean,
Halo's.
I'm a Star Trek person. I'm struggling to pay for Paramount Plus just to watch fucking Star Trek.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like, I was so hopeful on Halo was going to be awesome, but
Oh
like,
man, Halo! Don't get me started. Halo's fucking garbage.
I couldn't even finish that. So
Dude, again, you had this intellectual property for 20 years,
don't fuck it up.
and this is the one that you greenlit. Like, this is the script that landed on your desk, and you were like, "This is it, guys."
You know
Well,
what?
they're
Got it.
Dumb.
they're changing this showrunner, so I'm hoping a second season's actually gonna be better. But if you had to rank these Star Trek shows on Paramount Plus, how would you rank them?
This is number one for sure.
Is
Stranger
it
World.
okay?
This is the show that I would send somebody who did not have a lot of Star Trek history. This is the most approachable show, I think. I enjoyed Picard very much, and will enjoy the third season. However, I think that for Picard to really be impactful, you need some of the history of Picard from Next Generation and the movies that the show just doesn't fill in why all this is important well enough on its own.
What you need is like a review show on YouTube where it's like Brenden in the corner be like, pause.
Yeah.
This is why he did this. And if you go reference this episode back in Next Gen at this point in time, blah, 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 blah. Okay,
Yep.
Continue.
If you notice on his desk here is the flute from All Good Things.
Wow. Okay. So you guys did a bunch of weird spacey things, right?
Yeah.
I did.
I am going to follow through with my recommendation from last week, and I followed through and watched The Boys. I am up to date on episode 3 is the latest. Maybe 4 came out today, or is it on Friday? Fridays, which is a weird time to watch TV shows, unless it's TGIF. Maybe Amazon should do that. TGIF, like release a bunch of new episodes on Friday. TGIF. Just adopt that.
No, they're just banking on that more people who want to watch The Boys don't have plans on a Friday night than do.
Or when they're coming back drunk from the bars, it's the perfect time to watch The Boys.
Or hungover.
For me, I'm right.
Hungover. Indeed.
Yeah. There it is. Because last Friday I was bored. I had no plans. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Oh, The Boys is out. I'm gonna watch The Boys. Listen, you haven't been convinced to keep Paramount Plus for Star Trek. And are you convinced to keep Disney Plus for Star Wars? Star Wars alone, nothing else.
Sure.
Okay. So we're 1-on-1. My point is Amazon Prime needs more subscribers because The Boys is one of the best shows I've ever watched. Hands down, Series 1, Series 2, and the third season. I'm saying seasons. My bad. Season 3 started off with a bang. Like, without spoiling too much, I mean, how do you say like this movie just kind of blows your dick off?
Absolutely, sure does.
How do you be like, man, this entire series like just starts off blowing your dick off? I don't know, dude.
Oh man,
Like, if you want to like cringe inside,
It's very.
it starts off hot.
It starts off hot with a weird allergic reaction. This oh my gosh, dude. When you think the series can't get any worse with their type of content, they just up the ante. Everything they do. I mean, listen, Homelander, I thought was evil in the second season. He's diabolical in the third one. He's a tyranny. Like he finally, like, you finally got an idea that this character is who he really is, and there's this tension throughout everybody else in this world, whether you're a soup or whether you're a human, where Homelander's going to snap and it's going to be nasty. We don't know if he is, but the tension in this season is pretty ripe. It's coming. Something is coming. And what's cool about The Boys, and where season 2 left off, is where they kind of disbanded and they're working with the soups and the government and such. And they're starting to realize that everything's intertwined and there's a lot of commingling going on. And now they really have to find a way to stop Homelander. And it goes no holds barred. Like, this is where the season is going. Again, the writing on this show is amazing. The special effects. This is one of the best TV shows that has the best blood and gore I've ever seen in a TV show whatsoever. Like, this has better gore in a superhero TV show than most A-list blood and gore movies. Like, it is top-notch special effects, death scenes, like things that I really want to see and enjoy in my blood and gore movies. I get it in a superhero show.
Yeah.
And I mean, soups are just, you get an idea how much worse of people they really are in season 3 than they were in season 1 and 2. And I'm ready for Homelander just to go AWOL. It's coming, and I'm really
I
happy
was
for
going
it.
to say, yeah, some people going to die. In fact, hot take, Brenden, hold me to this at the end of the season. I don't think all the main characters are making it through.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think now, again, do we play games later and bring them back to life or whatever? We are ending this season with one of the characters we know and love dead.
Yeah, I think you have to, but you keep on talking about Homelander, man. Like if Homelander wasn't there, like I don't know what the series would be like, to be honest. Like Homelander is a very important piece to this show. Like he's the reason why it is so like um I don't know. He keeps me watching, like the like what he does to the deep is just so fucked up. Like
He
you take
does it.
that part away, you gotta find someone that's more fucked up than him.
He's so fucked up. I mean, okay, we're on what episode 3. Just towards the end of that episode, just how he has strategically planned. They're doing a superhero. They're trying to bring someone into the 7 via American Idol style show,
Which I
and
love.
yeah, it's so incredible how he just walks in. He goes, "Yeah, I made some rewrites," nonchalant, and he's like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do," and then just doesn't tell anybody, and they go with it. Like everything that he does, Vought is all about the Vought like minions are just like, yeah, this is incredible TV. They're just trying to go for these ratings and these boosts. And what's happening is the other soups and the other 7, they don't know what to do at this point. And it's amazing to see this unfold. Like you said, what he did with the deep, just one of the most cringeworthy scenes of something that was so easy. Like, dude, I can't even tell how much of a mindfuck he has given these other superheroes who have powers,
Yes.
who can band against him and try and defeat him, but he's beating him with his mind. He hasn't even used his powers against him whatsoever. He is the biggest narcissist in this group, and it's just nobody knows how to stop him now. And it's so what's the word? Unwelcoming,
Settling.
Yeah.
how he's going to destroy some people. Some people are
Yeah.
dying. It's
I
cool.
like how like the public views on it. I think it really references like the real world, just how things that you're like, oh man, this can't be good, and then it turns out no, most people like that he did things that are so disturbing, like, and it's it kind of makes sense because it's kind of why we're watching. You're like, oh man, we like this disturbing shit. um I don't know. I'm really digging the new series, the new season, and the flashbacks too are pretty entertaining as well.
Oh yeah. Well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Like so far they have done no wrong yet. And I also like, if you're a Supernatural fan, just the characters coming from Supernatural are fun to see in this new series or new season. Excuse me.
Wait, do you mean Supernatural, the TV series?
Yeah, the showrunner from that is now the showrunner for
Who's the
that.
character? I never watched Supernatural, but
Well, so you know how there's that political guy in the very beginning. I think his name is actually Bobby Singer. He's the same guy that was in Supernatural that played Bobby Singer. And then
Okay.
also, I don't think this isn't a spoiler, but Soldier Boy is played by one of the brothers, Jensen Eckel.
That's right. They made a big deal about it.
Yeah, he's Dean, and I think he's a great choice to be Soldier Boy. So far, I've loved what they've done with his character. I can't wait to see more of him.
Epic douchebaggery.
Yes, yeah. And I like how it's so far. It's kind of like centered around him. So
Yeah.
Like it seems like Soldier Boy is going to be utilized as a weapon against Homelander, which I'm invested. I'm ready for this.
We'll see.
Ready for this epic battle of what should be Hobbs versus Black Adam.
yeah, and I gotta say, like there's a lot of like plot lines going on at the same time, and it's not confusing at all, in my opinion. Like for me personally, I got lost a lot in Game of Thrones. I'm like, I don't know who's talking to who. I don't know their names. I don't know what's going on. And then I was like, oh, dragons, that's cool. I like that. Or there's fighting. I like that. But this one, I mean, there is so much shit that's going on from previous seasons and new stuff that's happening in this season. And then you got stuff with Homelander, and then you got Soldier Boy, and like how they've executed this so far, I think has been just great, and how they even have given so much depth to all their characters from like the actual like the boys, plus all like the soups as well. Like they just done a phenomenal job. So I applaud you, the boys. Yeah, where's the applause?
Fucking thing sucks.
No, it doesn't. All right. So hey, we did TV shows, but I don't know if we're really prepared for this, but I'm gonna wing it. What do you say?
Yes, yes. Oh, 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 God. Oh, I'll have what she's having.
Recommendations. Besides the TV shows that you're watching, what are you recommending? You could talk about books, or you could talk about I don't know, stars or your puppy, whatever you want.
Ooh, I got one. I got
Okay.
one.
What's yours, Peter?
I actually just finished this podcast. So Spotify has like exclusive Batman podcasts. Like it's you know, it's like a radio show basically called Batman Unburied. And I gotta say, I think it's
noir one, right? It's kind of like Batman Private Eye, almost kind of, right? Isn't that? No, okay, never mind.
It's just a unique story for Batman. I mean, it's just like listening to a you know, like one of those back in the day radio shows. Like, and it's produced very, very well. You know, because it's a radio drama, like it has its limitations, I would say, and some of the writings, like the way that it was going in one direction and then it really changed and went the opposite direction, but it's still Batman, and I digged it. I really enjoyed it, and it's Batman Unburied. It's like 10 episodes long, like each episode's like 20 to like 25 minutes or something like that. So but it's well produced. The Wilson Duke, you know, the guy that's from Black Panther, he's Batman. So
Is
you know,
he the Batman to Joaquin Phoenix Joker? Is that why you were so upset earlier?
no, there was no Joker in this one.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's true. They could do another one and they could tie it in. Maybe this is what's connected to the Todd Phillips Joker. Who knows?
There it is.
And but here's the thing. Like, I will say, you listen to this though, like you kind of got everything you know about Batman. Like the characters are there, but they're not all in the same. Like this is like a different universe for Batman. So the characters are there, but they don't have maybe all the same origin stories, or you don't know them the same way as you once did. So that part kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, where I was like, what the hell is happening? And then I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense. And then they switched directions, and I was like, well, now I'm lost again. But I was never lost for too long. They did a solid job with the storytelling, and I actually wish there was more of it. So Batman Unburied. There you go. Spotify.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that for everybody's recommendation. Huh?
What's yours?
What's mine? I've been doing this for about a month or so, but they finally did it. The boys finally did it. Our boys, the Colorado Avalanche, made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. So I want you and everybody here to support our boys, the Avs, to beat. I'm gonna go with the Rangers. I think they're gonna.
I think it's gonna be the Rangers.
I think it's gonna be the Rangers, but I'm proud of the Avalanche. It's been 20 years since we got out of they're due for their sequel.
Yep, that's right.
Their sequel. Let's do this. Amazing series. They lost 2 games this entire playoffs, both against the Blues, swept the Predators, swept the Oilers. I'm proud of the Avs. I've been watching the Avalanche. That has been taking up a lot of my time instead of watching movies and TV shows. I sneak those in every once in a while. And if I can't say the Avalanche, South Park just came out with something called The Streaming Wars, and it's phenomenal. So if you guys are talking
Paramount Plus,
it's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
It's about a 45-minute to 50-minute South Park movie with a continuation, so it's not like an episode. It's amazing. And it came out of nowhere too. Like they were just like, "Hey, new South Park movie." I was like, "What? How much knowledge?"
I had no idea. That's cool.
Yeah. So
with that, I'm changing my answer.
All right.
Paramount Plus is worth it.
We've talked a lot about Paramount Plus, like Beavis and Butthead,
South Park, and Star Trek, and
Halo.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
My recommendation, since I guess I could say I recommend Paramount Plus. That counts, but go watch Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I will. I need to.
Give my boy Dick Van Dyke some streaming views.
Oh man, my mom loved Diagnosis Murder. Did you ever watch that show with Dick Van Dyke? Oh man,
it's due for a redo. Is it like Murder She Wrote?
Yeah.
Dude,
or Wings.
They have completely miscast the Equalizer. Why didn't they make Queen Latifah Murder She Wrote?
That'd be fun. Well, thank you, Brenden, for being here. It was a real pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
Next time I'll bring an extra microphone cord and backlighting.
Indeed, we will light better.
There you go. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend, and we will see you next time. Pew pew out.
Pew pew out.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.
Absolutely, yeah.